Gate 14 podcast. What a week. Content wise, Blue Jays wise, just the summer vibes are back, man. The summer vibes are back. The city is just smoky as shit, looking like Bob McCowan's lungs. We're buzzing. We're buzzing. You love to see it. Avery, what's up, brother? What a week. What a week.
Yeah, we had some fun stuff go on this week. This is the week where we don't really have weeks doing this. Maybe when the Jays suck, where it's like, oh fuck, like we have to talk about them, or
Yeah.
we don't really have something exciting coming out. This could be one of our better 3-week stretches of our year.
Yes. I think just the content wise, everything going for us. Let's go right into it. I know that people want to hear about it. Let's talk about the Kikuchi picture. We should start it off with that because I've been getting DMs. How did you pull this off? How do you pull it off? But before I say that, so a lot of the listeners know I'm gonna humble brag this. I've met tons of people. I've met fucking Harper, Trey Turner, like I've met all these massive superstars. Schwarber, massive guy. Musgrove, all these guys. I have never in my life been nervous to meet someone as I was with Yusei Kikuchi. Am I wrong, Avery? Like you could notice that you're like, Johnny, man, I've never seen you like this. You kept saying that to me.
I was surprised. You kept saying I'm so nervous. And I'd never seen you do that. You're usually the one where it's like cool, calm, collected Johnny. And I was like, why am I telling you to like, it's okay, man. Like you're going to be fine.
I think it's the ability of the unknown. And I don't know if you made that point or Alto made that point. There's nothing out there on Yusei. He doesn't do interviews. He's not on social media. You'll never get a soundbite out of him. So just not knowing what to expect when we met him was the part that made me really nervous. Like, Schwarber's a great guy. Like, obviously, he has incredible soundbite, stuff like that, whatever. But just the unknown part of Yusei is something that will always, like, just kind of make me nervous talking to him because you don't know if he'll get our jokes, all that type of stuff, right?
There's a language barrier, quite literally. And I think that's what you were kind of nervous about.
Yeah, that for sure. So let's go back into how we pulled this off because everyone's probably dying to know. So
this couldn't be done without like 2 people.
I'll say 3.
Okay.
I'll say 3 people because Jano played a part in it as well.
Yeah.
So the first time we met Jano and we met Swanee on the field, another awesome picture that I look back at that too. It's awesome. It really is. But we met them on the field and Yusei's translator was out there. I don't know how to pronounce his name properly. What do you guys call him, Avery?
I don't know his name.
I don't know how to pronounce it properly. I don't want to butcher it because that Yusuke. That's I don't know. We're gonna call him you as well. Him you as well.
His Sean is the second part of it.
Sean.
Right?
Okay, yeah. Sean. We'll call him Sean. I'm gonna get roasted for that. By the way.
I don't know.
Anyways, so we saw him, one of the best guys of all time. We get noticed by like the Bat Boys and stuff like that. They'll say Gate 14 or whatever, like the ushers and stuff. He comes up to us. He's like, "What's up, boys? Love you guys." You guys told a story about the U of T guys, right? Was he there for that, Avery?
Yeah, he was there.
So he talks to Avery about it, and they just start shooting the shit when we're with Swanson and Jano, like talking, like it was like a big group of us talking. And so he follows us. We kind of start mingling a little bit, DMs every once in a while. Like I'll text him after a Yusei start, like let's fucking go or something like that. And a couple weeks ago, I reached out to him and I said, listen, like we're the biggest Yusei guys on the planet. Like we know this, everyone knows this. What do we have to do to just drop off these Yusei young shirts and just get a picture with them? I don't even need to talk to 10 seconds. That's it. He said, we'll make it happen next homestand. That was the last homestand. We couldn't get it done. Obviously, we were doing stuff. He was doing stuff or whatever. So he pushed it to the next one. So I texted him last week. I was like, can we please get this done this homestand? Like the people need it. Gate 14 Nation needs it. It'll break the internet. And he's like, 100%. Come to Wednesday's game. I'll send you tickets. You guys come down on the field and I'll get you to meet Yusei. So I was like, all right, cool. So a couple days leading up to it, he was like, it depends on the mood that Yusei's in or whatever.
Yeah, that's when I got nervous and I was like,
yeah. He said it depends on the mood Yusei gets in. So I texted Jano and I said, listen, Jano, I've never asked you for tickets. I've never asked you for a jersey. I've never asked you to get me a guest on a podcast ever. We've just been boys. That's it. Like I've never asked you for anything. If I only ask you for one thing, just pump our tires to Yusei. That's all I want. Just say something to Yusei. Just say, like, these are good guys. Like, just say what's up to them and make it happen. So anyways, it comes and it goes and stuff like that. And then and then Swanson and I start texting because Swanson was watching the basketball video, which what we're going to go into. And me and Swanee are pretty decently good friends. Like he chirps me a lot. Obviously, you got to see that in person yesterday. We chirp each other. We go back and forth. We'll DM and text and stuff. And I said, listen, we're going to meet Yusei, but the translator Sean said it depends on his mood. So can you just make sure you tire pump us a little bit? Like all I'm saying is just say something to him or come out with him and come out and say what's up to us. He's like, don't worry, bro. I got you, man. So we go to the field and we're there for like 5-10 minutes with Swanee. We're just shooting the shit. Like I'm just chirping his JUCO career, saying I would have mashed him in JUCO, all this type of stuff. I'm chirping his Mizuno cleats, everything. And Yusei comes out and he has 2 people from Japan visiting him. So he starts having a conversation with his buddies from Japan and stuff like that. And we're just shooting the shit, but with like Alto, our guy, Curtis, Jimmy, all those guys. And we're just talking to Swanee to shoot, like literally, there's like a 10 to 15 minute conversation. It was a pretty long conversation. So Yusei starts walking past us. And then Swanee like points like he's going. And then me and you just fucking beeline it to him. And Sean, the translator's like, Yusei, wait. So he hands us. So we shake his hand, by the way, unbelievably firm handshake. Smelled great. Shakes our hand. And I hand him the shirts and I'm like, we're your guys. Like, we're the Kikuchi corner guys. Like, we started that. That was us. Like, we're the biggest Yusei guys on the planet. And Sean was like nodding his head to him, like, yeah. So I showed him the shirt. He loved the shirt. And then I said to him, I was like, I go at people all the time on the internet who like chirp you or whatever. Like, I made sure I said that so he knows he's our guy. So he's just laughing at us. Like, he handshakes all of us, like Jimmy, all our guys, like Curtis, Alto, all these guys, and you. And I'm like, let's get a pic. So this was the awkward part of the pick. Like I said on the stream, I don't know what the custom is in Japan, like how their mannerisms are and stuff like this. So I hand him the shirt to take the picture with it, and he keeps looking at it like he has the biggest smile on his face, like the nicest guy ever. And I put my hand around him, and he just keeps his hand to the side. So I was like, oh, fuck. I was like, I'm going out swinging if I'm going out. So I sit beside him. We get the picture, and then he's like looking up, trying to point to figure out which section's 530. So I pointed to him. I was like, it's right there. It's right there. And then Swanson walks by and is like, are these guys, what did he say? He's like, these guys are crazy. Or he said something about us being weird or crazy.
He said, be careful of these guys.
Yeah, he said, be careful of these guys. Swanee was just obviously like just lightening the mood and stuff like that. So we talked to Kikuchi for a little bit. I mean, we didn't really say that much to him. We're just talking about how much we love him and stuff like that. And we started the Kikuchi Corner. And I told him the Japanese newspaper talked to me and I just didn't know what they were saying. So I kind of just like, we kind of like pushed it off or whatever at the Kikuchi Corner game. But yeah, it was, I couldn't believe it, man. Like Swanee apparently, and so what Swanee told us was Kikuchi asked him and Jano in the locker room. He said, like, are these weird guys? Like, what's the deal here with these guys? 'Cause I don't know who they are. And Swanee and Jano were like, Jansen was like, no, they're really good guys. Like Jano just texted me that. He's like, I told him you guys are like really good guys and stuff like that. And then Swanee just like, yeah, Swanee chirp. I don't know if he actually said
Swanee
this.
said that we were weird guys. Yeah.
Yeah. He said we were weird guys, but you'll love them. Something like that. So anyways, it was one of the greatest interactions I've ever had. It took me every bone in my body not to ruin this for people because this has been like a 2-week plan that I've been going on with this. And I've just been I had to get the t-shirts made. I had to ensure that he was going to be in a good mood. I'll never text Jansen for anything like that. So I was really excited to get that going, man. What was your thoughts on Yusei, man? It was just like meeting a unicorn, man. I don't know. I love him. I don't know.
I'm just like happy for him. So. And then for him to be as nice as a person as he was, his English he didn't say like a lot of big words, but everything he said was almost perfect English.
Yeah.
So my Japanese friend that I roomed with in college had worse English than Yusei did. He was just like a happy, smiley guy. It's like everything you want to think about players, and then you meet them and they're that way. It's cool. So when just an awesome guy, he's taller than I thought too. Kind of brick shithouse.
He is brick shithouse, and it just we couldn't have met a better guy, man. Honestly, like I think next up has to be Brandon Belt. Has to be.
I was just like, I told him that I was happy for him that he was pitching obviously pitching great this year, and we were happy for him, and I think he appreciated that from the fellas as well.
Yeah,
he's been awesome, man. And
everything that you could expect Yusei Kikuchi to be, like the listener that obviously has never met him or seen interviews of him and stuff like that, he's exactly how you think he would be. Like he's just a chill, mellow guy that just is, you just want to succeed. Like he's just one of us. It was like talking to just one of the boys. What a moment, man. Honestly, it was the biggest moment in Gate 14 history. I truly think that. But I don't think Corner involved him.
Yeah, I don't think we've had any socials of just our stuff do numbers like that.
Yeah, maybe Kikuchi Corner did pretty decent numbers too, but that involves him as well, right? But
True.
it's like, yeah, it's what a guy, man. It was, and like I said, they're definitely not listening to this, but shout out to Sean, who's probably listening to this. Shout out to Jano. Shout out to Swanson, man. I mean, obviously Kikuchi's not going to just meet random dudes that he has no idea of. He's not on social media. He doesn't know what we're like, all that type of stuff. So having those guys on the inside helping us out and just pumping our tires, speaking for the boys, that fucking ruled, man. That was awesome. What a moment.
I was happy that you were so excited for it. I don't know why. It's like I loved being a part of it too, but you were just so giddy for some reason. I don't know if I'd ever seen you like that before. It was pretty funny actually. You were like nervous before too.
The thing is, I'll never so I'm assuming these guys are listening because we go down to the TD zone, right? And these 4 ushers there are like gate 14 forever. They're throwing up the 14. They asked us for pictures and stuff like that. So we took a picture with them. I look probably so nervous in this picture because I was like, if he doesn't come out, this is going to be one of the biggest flops in gate 14 history.
I never even thought that he wasn't coming out because he had his friends from Japan there.
Yes. And Sean's the best. Those seats were awesome. 30 rows behind the plate. And then he by accident sent us 5. So I got to invite my 2 other buddies, Curtis and Jimmy. So what a game. What a moment. It's every once in a while I do get these moments where I'll step back and I'll be like, I can't believe we've gotten here in like a year and a bit, like a year, like 13, 14 months. We're on the field, like chopping it up with Swanee, one of our good buddies now, like with Yusei, just taking pictures with Yusei. It's so surreal, man. Yeah. It really is. It puts things into perspective when you take like a step back and be like, this is insane.
Swanee always just feels like a friend now. He's not, and that's what's cool about those guys is I've always said this to like my buddies who ask about these guys. They're normal people, most of them. I'm sure there's some bad eggs out there, like as there always is. But the guys we have met are the nicest people you'll ever meet, who are just fantastic at sports.
Insane at sports.
And it's just like they could be your friends. You could be around a fire with these guys and talk to them forever.
We could have talked to Swanee for 30 minutes, like 40 minutes there. We were literally just we were talking about like what's like if he's a North Dakota fan, just all the stuff. So Swanson's the best guy ever, man. So
Jano was like that too. Every time I've met Jano, he's just the happiest person. We've been lucky because nothing has ever gone wrong. Like I don't think those guys would come out if they had a shitty game. Like Jano go back-to-back hits. Swanee didn't pitch, right? So it was kind of like perfect scenario. Jano getting the ice dumped all over him is the reason we probably didn't see him yesterday too.
Yeah. So, because he said he was like drying off and getting treatment, so we didn't see him. But
it
was whatever, man. I mean, Jano always like he'll sometimes he wears the gate 14 stuff, that. So he's just a rider. But anyways, like, what a moment. I had to talk about that. I know that people were wanting to just hear about how we pulled that off, but Kikuchi forever, bro. Honestly. And it just, how much does it rule that he's going Canada Day Saturday? Like we were just talking to him and now he's pitching in front of 55,000 on Saturday in front of a full stadium.
He deserves it, man. There's like I think if we said this preseason, like you say starting Canada Day, it would have been like, oh, okay. But now it's like you want him taking the ball. You trust him to take the ball, and we're excited for him to take the ball. So, I mean, you can't do much worse than Thomas Hatch, Canada Day.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he'll do awesome, man.
Yeah, I'm pumped for it.
What a goddamn person! And I sent it to my friend in Japan, and he was so happy to see it as well. He couldn't believe it.
That's electric.
He was like, oh, he commented on that Yusei was taller than I was. He's like, oh, I didn't know he was a tall
guy. Yeah, he's a tall guy. But let's go into the next thing that we want to talk about. We got to talk about here. The video heard around the world, the basketball video. I got to address.
If you haven't watched the video, pause this.
If you have, I'm sure you have. If you like, if you're
14 YouTube.
Yeah. Or fast forward. Listen. I've never once said I'm a good basketball player. Did I say that I would beat you multiple times? Sure. Did I predict I'd sweep you in the start of the video? Sure. my jump shot is sorry. It's like, that's the tough thing about when you watch, like you're on camera, like we are a lot. You start seeing these tendencies in yourself where you're like, what the fuck?
Oh,
Like
yeah.
my jump shot was terrible. I was missing open layups. I just never used my left hand. I might as well have it behind my back. Nightmare fuel. That's the only way to describe it. It was a nightmare fuel video that my future child's will look at and be like, my dad's fucking embarrassing. That's what he's gonna look at.
Yeah, no, everything looks worse on camera. There's just nothing that looks better. Like, we suck. We fucking suck really bad.
You don't, though. That's the thing that pisses me off.
I could shoot, but like I dribble like a horrible person.
Someone commented I dribble like I'm checking if there's air in the ball. That was the meanest comment I've ever heard in my life. What the fuck?
And I think that's funny. I think that's why the people like it. It's like stripping back a layer, man. Get out of your comfort zone. If you can't make fun of yourself, then this is the wrong business for us to be in.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. It's such a funny video.
It did feel good to come out on top and have good things said about me. But then I, like, for my work, I go out and we did a home run derby and I fucking sucked. So it's just like,
the sports world humbles you.
Yes, it really does, man. Baseball.
Sports world humbles you, man. It sucks. I hate to see that out of you. I really do. But yeah, I mean,
I did launch 2 baseballs 400 feet and just rolled over everything else.
But let's go into it now. What's going to be our next thing? Is it tennis? I don't know if people want to watch us play tennis. I'm thinking it has to be a spelling bee. I think it has to be a spelling bee.
The spelling bee might be the funniest thing we ever do.
It literally would be, because we can have someone behind the camera giving us words. And in person, I'm gonna go full suit for that, obviously.
Yeah.
It would be the funniest piece of content we've ever done. Me versus you spelling bee, and these words that this person would give us, it'd have to be a third party, unbiased. It would be unbelievably funny. I can't even spell privilege. I was talking about this on stream. If privilege is one of the words, I'm fucked.
Yeah.
It spell checks it every time on my phone. I can't do it.
I think we should have Chris Roach be the spelling guy.
Okay, yeah. Get the dictionary out. And that would be the greatest content thing we've ever done, easily. It'd be the funniest shit because people, like I said, love to see me lose.
It's the even playing field is where these sports need to happen. That's why baseball is like the worst one.
Yeah.
Because you're better than me at hitting and I can't fucking throw. So it's the even playing field, like boxing. Like, I know we're not really going to do that.
No, we're not going to do boxing. I think tennis is a decent one. I do think beer pong would be electric too.
Yeah.
Like beer pong would rule. Frizz golf? I don't think frizz golf would be a good one, obviously, because you could do the handicap system, right? We got tons of stuff coming up here. We'll be fine with it. We'll be fine. I'm not worried about that. But great video. But other than that, it was hilarious. I still look back and it, like, we went 4 minutes without scoring. Just one part of the video.
I think he might have sped it up too.
Yeah, which is bad. But yeah, the kid watching in the background was the funniest part. You just keep seeing him clapping after an Avery bucket or whatever. Maybe he related to. I don't know. But
well, it's just like everyone else. They just like to see you lose, man.
They do like to see me lose. And great video. You love to see it. It was just all time. It was all time. But let's go. Another big announcement that I wanted to make on the podcast. Speaking about Kikuchi, I've gotten tons of DMs. I've gotten comments, tweets, TikTok comments, everything. Canada Day, July 1st. The Yusei Young shirt is back. Is fucking back. We're going to be dropping it Saturday morning. We're going to make the announcement. It is going to be back. So everyone asking, little bellyache, I didn't get it in time. Now's your time to get the Yusei Young shirt. All right. It sold out quick last time. This time we're going to be running it back. I don't know how fast it's going to go, but make sure you get your asses in your seats and prepare for the Yusei Young shirts. All right. That's where we're at with it. Now let's go into some baseball talk for the people. Some little baseball talk. We got to talk about Brandon Belt. This guy was a walking soundbite all week. All week. On Monday, they asked him, what did you do on the off day? And Brandon Belt is just like, I was fishing in Lake Simcoe, but I'm banned from there now because I caught every single fish in the lake. It's just he's a walking soundbite. And then he said, I don't want to embarrass. He's a former teammate of mine, but I want to embarrass Logan Webb's family. He's just the best. He's the best. He is the greatest walking soundbite ever. He rules.
And can you explain the Whit Merrifield clip that you never ended up showing me?
Okay, yeah. So Whit Merrifield got interviewed by I don't know.
That's
what show it
Brzezinski's
was.
thing, right?
Yeah, AJ Brzezinski's thing. And they asked him about Brandon Belt, and Whit Merrifield's like, he's one of the most interesting teammates I've ever had in my entire career, which says a lot because Whit's been around the block. He's like, he's just a guy where he just says the most random shit, like the most, I don't know, offside stuff. But apparently Brandon Belt is walking around the clubhouse saying to his teammates, I'm pretty much playing for free for you guys. So respect me. This is my last year. I'm pretty much playing for free. And the dude's making $9 million this year. And Whit Merrifield's like, dude, you're making $9 million. And then another thing, Brandon Belt apparently on Tuesday, I want to say, or last week, was going to do the Babe Ruth home run point before his at bat. And everyone on the team was saying to him, you won't do it, Brandon. You won't do it. And then Brandon Belt was like about to walk up to the plate, and the entire team with anticipation was waiting for him to do the Babe Ruth fucking home run point. And he didn't do it. And he hit a ball to the warning track, and everyone on the team was like, what the fuck, man? He's the best. Brandon Belt, the cock. Let's go, Brandon. He's the best. He's the best to ever do it.
I kind of sucks that I didn't know this about him for the decade he's been in the league, because some of these things are hilarious and they've all happened within a week.
Yeah. And he's going to the Nelly concert too. Like the Nelly.
Oh, can you tell so obviously we talked about the concert last time. You tell me the story about who told you that story about Belt's party in his backyard.
Oh, I think it was Webby. So Brandon Belt threw a party in his backyard. And it was like, what's that San Francisco rapper?
E40?
E40. They had E40 and like Nelly performing in the backyard of Brandon Belt's house in San Francisco with the entire team. It's the greatest. He's the best. Like,
he loves Nelly so much.
I would die to just hang out with Brandon Belt. Having a beer with this guy, he's won. Maybe saying some offside shit, a couple offside shit. I talked about this to you before. There's always that one guy on a team that walks around with no towel, that's just fully naked in the clubhouse. He's that guy. There's no doubt in my mind.
It's because he's the old guy, man. It's like when you go to the sauna at the public gym, and it's just 80-year-olds naked in the sauna. That's what I think of Brandon Belt.
He's 100% that guy. I'll say it again. There's no chance he has carried a bag his entire tenure with the Blue Jays. He's like, he puts the bald cap on Choppy Day. Like, he's just the best. He's the fucking best.
I think if you went out with Belt and you didn't even know him, he'd make fun of you in seconds.
Oh, 100%. But that's what everyone does. I mean, Swanee was chirping me.
No, not just you. I mean, in general, like anyone.
Yeah,
like,
he's just no one's safe. He's that guy that has that's chirping everyone, but also everyone loves because it's like out of kindness that he could take the chirp himself.
Yeah.
It's all time. What a story what a week this week out of stories for Brandon Belt, dude. Just the funniest shit ever. I'm playing for free. I'm pretty much playing for free. This is my last year. I'm playing for free. It's all time. He's the best. So we had to talk about that story about Brandon Belt. But who else do you think would be like that? Like a sneaky funny guy? Because I think
like Mesa is where I'm at for that.
Really?
Because I think he's like you have to be kind of odd as well to have that type of humor.
I think Trent Thornton is. Butters.
Yeah.
Butters has to be it. He's the best. Yeah. It's all, but I would have never seriously thought, I would have genuinely thought Brandon Belt was going to be like the most serious guy on the team when he came in here. Because he's a vet, new team, all that type of stuff. He's just like, he's ripping like concerts with the boys. He's probably getting mangled on the plane just playing cards all fucking time. Yeah, we had to talk about that. But it's just, I love the clubhouse stories. That's why I do this podcast. I love hearing the clubhouse stories.
Yeah, that's what gets you into the sport even more. Finding out that the guys that you like on the baseball field are hilarious people off.
Exactly. Let's go to the next Jay story. So Vladdy's participating in the home run derby. She looked great tonight. I mean, maybe he'll pull out that little fucking second deck swing that he had tonight, a little middle. John Schneider's throwing to him. Where are we at with that? That's like Tony La Russa throwing to Albert Pujols.
No.
Yes, it is.
He did it. Okay. Well, it was different because John Schneider threw to him in 2019.
Yes, I guess that makes sense.
So make him comfortable.
Do you think Guillermo's telling John Schneider, like, you better fucking give him outside pitches? Work the other way.
He's like sliders low in a way that he can only take over the second baseman's head.
Yeah.
That's what we need to be storing.
Are the Worms going to be safe in Seattle? That's where I'm at. Because Vladdy's found the power stroke again. Perfect timing.
I'm nervous that the ground balls are going to find their way into the home run derby. Oh. And if they do, he's done forever. It's like, we're not.
What if we have another 91 home run performance again? Then it's like, take his over home run second half because he's going to be a freak.
Yeah. Oh,
God, that 20.
I think they've broken him, but I hope they can like re-break him back. Like him being big lights, big city, in the home run derby again. Think it's going to help him.
We got to stream that. We have to stream that. Hit him in the home runs. It's going to be hilarious. Like just either the ground balls or the fucking nukes. I think he's going to put on a show. I'm going to say it. I think he makes semifinals. We'll see about finals. I think he turns it around the home run derby. He has to. He's a light show guy. He fucking launches in home run and BP for sure. And there's no Guillermo there behind the cage telling him other way, Vladdy. There's no Guillermo. So yeah, I don't know. I think I'm excited for it. I'm rarely excited for that type of stuff, but it is cool. Home run derbies are cool. I don't care about the All-Star game. Let's talk about that as well. No Blue Jays selected as starters, whatever. The only one deserving, in my opinion, was probably Bassitt, obviously.
100%.
Corey Seager's played 49 games, Avery.
Yeah, no, he was hurt. That was the thing that wasn't fair. Felt like there should be a threshold that you need to play a certain amount of games.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get too mad. Corey Seager's also been very, very good.
Yeah,
but I think Bassitt, for someone who's played almost every game, was probably more deserving.
For sure.
And the only other person I think should start is going to be Kevin Gausman, potentially.
But he's not on the top 10 list from MLB.com.
They are, oh my God.
They have Bryce Elder at 10.
That is crazy. I mean, they just know. Like, you can't get mad at that because they're in the clicks business.
Yeah.
But it's just so stupid.
What would you say the odds are, though, that Kevin Gausman is starting for that day?
I have no idea how it lines up. And that's pretty much the one thing that is the reason why people start or why people don't start, is if they line up to pitch on that day.
Okay. That makes more sense, I guess. Yeah. It's a weird situation. I would love him to start, but like I said, I don't care about the All-Star. I really don't care about it at all. I've never voted for it.
I never voted because they'd make you like put in your email and stuff.
Yeah, I don't want to get the emails from them. Yeah, I never voted for them. And Blue Jays dad committed voter fraud by doing 10 different votes a day. That should be reported. But yeah, no, it's lost its touch for me. I'll say that. Back in the day, they used to like care about it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like when
the game mattered.
Yeah, when the game mattered. Because didn't it used to be that the winner of that game would get home field advantage for the home run, the World Series?
Yeah, exactly.
So there was a little bit of incentive behind it. I don't hate that rule, actually. It would be kind of cool seeing like mono, the best players in the world go against each other, knowing that there's like a World Series home field advantage on the line. That'd be kind of cool.
I mean, they did that for decades.
It sucks that they took it away, though. That's what I'm saying. Thanks, Rob.
100%. I don't remember what they do now. I think it's a better record of the team.
Yes. Yeah.
Interesting. No, it was cool. It was the one reason that everyone else could say All-Star game sucks. Every All-Star game sucks. NFL one, dog shit. Pro Bowl sucks. Mm-hmm. NHL turned into a 3-on-3 contest. NBA was just a slam dunk contest in the game, like no defense. And you could always say Major League Baseball, it was the one that actually mattered because he had something to play for. Now you don't really have it, but I think you're playing not to get embarrassed out there now.
Yeah. And it's hard to fake an at bat against the guy, really. Like you can't you can, I guess, technically kind of lollygag it or just not really swing as hard as you can, but you don't want to get embarrassed, man,
Yep.
So yeah, we'll say I'm not going to watch the All-Star game. I don't care about it. The Jays players.
The funny thing to me was all the people bitching about all the Jays being favored to go in, and then it just flip-flopped and it was all Texas Rangers. And
funny. No one and Braves. Cares. It's all Braves too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fuck it. Who cares? But another thing I want to talk about. So did you see that video I put up on Gate 14 of that one of our listeners bought 50 looney dogs and ran it up the aisles and was just launching it like it was Jackie Moon on He's just launching it. It was hilarious. What a video. What a video.
I
out of
don't know
that guy.
where they did they actually give him that huge box?
That's what I'm saying. Like, how I never thought you could order 50 hot dogs. Like, I thought it was the max of 4.
Yeah, that we've been told max 4 before. Maybe they were just in a little deficit or surplus even, where they're just like, we can sell 50 at a time.
Where are you at with this hot dog total, Avery?
I think
Where
it's
you at
fake.
with this?
I think
it's
fake.
the fakest bullshit on the planet.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not one to go political mode, but it has to be just like, let's count the vote here. What are we doing?
Well,
like 5,000 an hour and a half before the game. What? Like, that just doesn't make sense.
It could happen. It could happen, right? Like, it's an automated system over a computer. You have to put every purchase in through that computer, so it could be totaled up pretty easily.
So I'm with Keegan Matheson. I think it's fake.
He thinks it's fake?
Yes.
I mean, I just said I thought it was fake, but there's a way it could be done. I also think it's fake.
Yeah, like the number they're putting on the board is like just an outlandish number, like 70,000 hot dogs, 100,000. It's stupid. It's insane what they're doing up there. It doesn't make sense. I'm not going to fall for this fucking bullshit. I'm not going to fall for dugout deals, and I'm not going to fall for this. I'm not hopping into that. But let's go into the series now. Monday's game was Tuesday's game was painful to watch. I mean, Kevin Gausman, let's look at his stat line. He got the loss, by the way. I mean, that's why wins and losses. That should tell you wins and losses don't mean shit. 6 innings pitched, 3 hits, 1 earned run, 12 punchies, and he got the loss. I mean, what the fuck? That was the most Toronto Blue Jays game of all time, though, because it was a bullpen day, and Alex Wood has some of the worst numbers I've ever seen in my life. And he just absolutely just shoved. He fucking shoved.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe Alex Wood was doing that. And his throwing motion's weird, though. I will say that. Like, that's hard to hit against.
Did you end up seeing the picture of all of the Giants' arms they threw that day?
No.
Oh, you need to get this.
Well, tweet on the Gate 14 at one point, or retweet it or whatever. But so what I'm
gonna send it. You need to see this.
Like an overlay of all their arms?
Yeah, like the arm slots of all their guys they threw. It was actually like a genius masterclass performance by their pitching staff.
Oh,
okay. Here it is. I'm gonna send it to you right now.
Okay, yeah, it was.
This is bad for.
Is it Tyler or Taylor Rogers though? Tyler Rogers. That dude's a freak. That dude's a fucking freak, Avery.
Yeah. Okay. So I just sent it to you. Look at it. So you get Ryan Walker to start, who's 95.8 with his fastball.
Yeah.
3/4.
Oh my god.
3/4 from the right side.
Oh yeah. This is a good explain it for the people. Actually,
and then you get Alex Wood 91.2. Lefty 3/4 deceptive move, and then you get Tyler Rogers topping out 81.7 submarine righty, and then Camilo Duvall 99.5 straight over the top. So everyone they see was just so different. I think they had 17 strikeouts, no runs, no walks. Those 4 guys combined.
Jesus Christ.
So it was a bullpen game, but an absolute masterful pitching performance from the Giants. And it's frustrating to see every time you watch our guys go up there and they don't get hit. It's like, okay, they suck. And you never see it as a tip the cap to the other pitcher unless you're facing a top guy. Like when we get beat by McClanahan, it's like, okay, that's a guy who's just good. Or if Strider would beat you or something like that, which he didn't. But no, it's kind of a low-key masterclass from the Giants on
I just feel bad for Gausman because that was like one of the best performances he's had all year. 12 punchies, man. He looks insane. We are so lucky. Like I said, it's like where we sound like a broken record. He is all time. He rules, man. I can't get enough.
4 hard hit balls too.
That's it?
Yeah.
That Giants team, I don't know how they're good. They suck. They fucking suck, Avery. They're terrible.
They've gotten like good performances out of their offense. And that was like the old Jays. You could take really bad pitching and win games if you just score more runs than everyone else.
Yeah, and for sure.
It's not the Jays of this year.
Yeah.
But you'll take it, man.
The sky was falling after that game. I'll be honest. I was pissed about that game. You start off the game, right? Runners on first and third, no outs. You don't score a run. So chance to blow it open.
Oh, yeah. That first inning was disaster.
That's what I'm saying. It was just like, it was one of those games where it's like, fuck. Can we just like stomp a team? And then they didn't score the rest of the game. A lot of runners left on. I think that was I'm trying to think. It's like MLB history. It's like the 8th time ever that a team that's had 5 doubles or 7 doubles or something like that didn't score a run.
That's
It was
awesome.
something along those lines. That was what the stat was. But yeah, it was like it just was so frustrating. But whatever. Kevin Gausman, good to see him absolutely just do what he does. Just betting his strikeout props the easiest thing ever. It really is. He's just so good. But let's go into the game that we went to. Trevor motherfucking Richards is insane. Like, we were sarcastic about it before, like 2 weeks ago when he was carving. Now it's not a joke anymore.
It hasn't
This
been a
guy-
joke. It hasn't been a joke for a while.
Yeah, it's a good point, I guess. Yeah.
He's been incredible.
So let's read some stats here. So since Alek Manoah got sent down to the Florida Complex League, we forgot to talk about that as well, but we'll talk about that in a second. There's been 3 bullpen days with Trevor Richards and Bowden Francis. They've went 18.1 innings pitched, 5 earned runs in those games.
And a lot of those were in Texas, right?
Yeah. What more could you ask for? That's better than what Alek would do.
100%.
I really like Bowden Francis.
He's
really good.
He was giving up some hard contact yesterday.
Yeah.
But that's fine. If you can get lucky for a couple weeks and it helps the team win, you don't always have to think of the bad things of getting lucky. Let's take the getting lucky and run with it. Right?
Yeah, for sure. But
he's much improved from last season.
It's just I can't get enough of Trevor Richards. You know what's crazy? Like, Avery, if I told you at the start of the year, I was like, Trevor Richards would pitch every 5th day and he'd be a walking pitching ninja video, what would you say? You'd call me a brain dead idiot like the TikTok guys.
Yeah.
If I said that.
100%.
And now it's like he's a walking pitching ninja video.
He gets so many swings and misses. It's incredible.
52.5% swings and misses yesterday. 52.5. That's like prime DeGrom numbers, Avery. It's insane.
I'm about to look at it here, but he had a ton of whiffs. He had 13 whiffs. And what did he throw? 3 innings?
Yeah.
That's incredible, Johnny. It's quite literally incredible.
Dude, the thing that sucks is, though, and we talked about his last podcast, there's no 5th starter. Like, he would be so good out of the bullpen, like seeing him every 2 or 3 days. Like, it sucks that we have to kind of just milk him in the bullpen and keep him there.
Yeah.
Because because of Alek, it sucks because he's been so good. That changeup is unhittable. He's going prime Marco Estrada on our ass.
And you could tell the vertical break on it from where we were sitting.
Yeah. It's unhittable. It's unhittable.
You could see speed change usually from guys, but like on a changeup, that vertical break was nuts. It stops halfway and just fucking drops straight down. What an incredible the Silver Fox, man.
What a guy. Fox. He might pitch game 3, or he might pitch in the playoffs if we make it. He might be that guy out of the pen if he keeps this shit up. It's just it's wild how like bullpen arms could just be so different. Like, one year he's the worst pitcher ever. Like, we wanted him DFA'd, and now he's like, this is a crucial part of this team.
Oh yeah,
we need Trevor Richards. It's like kind of like the Ross Stripling situation last year, I guess, right?
But that's why you don't make moves that podcasters want you to make.
Yeah,
that's why.
Especially us.
Yeah, 100%. But like, what are we to do? We don't see player development. We don't know what you're doing with them. You if we came into the year before spring training, because he was good in spring training again with that changeup, throwing it a ton, you would just be like, why does he deserve a roster spot when we have a bunch of guys who can throw harder than him? But getting swings and misses is super crucial in the bullpen. And Trevor Richards has found a way to be very, very valuable.
Let me tell you the craziest thing about that game. Sorry to cut you off. I was just looking at the box score. If we would have talked about this 2-3 months ago, that the Jays would have Trevor Richards start, Bowden Francis go second, Trent Thornton third, and Jimmy Garcia fourth, and they would give up 1 run, what would you say?
Yeah. No.
Isn't that not insane? Like, that's just what baseball is, though. Like, that's ball. These guys are insane.
That's why it's the best sport in the world, dude. Can't believe it. And the offense showed up, but again, I hate to nitpick this one because it's shitty. 5 runs in the first, and you only score 1 more run. It's like you're not putting a team down. I said when we were there, 5-1 is gonna, or 5-0 is gonna be 5-3 very soon. And luckily it didn't get to that, but gotta start killing teams when you can.
They just don't. They don't have. I mean, the A's. I don't count that fucking sorry ass franchise, but they've never shown the ability to just step on a team's throat, right? I mean, 5-0 against Logan Webb, by the way, who's a really good pitcher. You go up 5-0. The momentum's there. 0-0-0-0-0. The next innings, like it's absurd. You just no ability to just step on someone's throat at the play. And you got to tip your cap as well to Logan Webb for locking in there, but like fuck, can we just do that? And that first inning, Avery ruled.
That was awesome. I could not believe my eyes. The Dalton Varsho double with Lamont Wade Jr. playing in with 2 outs. I looked at Johnny and was like, do they think he was bunting? Like, why in the world would they do that? Chopper over his head. That would have been routine if he was back, but that's the stuff you'll take any way you can get it.
Everyone was hitting. Everyone was hitting there. George Springer 3 for 4. Are you kidding me? Bo Bichette, obviously. Everyone on the team got a hit. Danny Jansen 2 for 4. 2 really hard hit balls. 109, I think, was one of them. You love to see it. What an awesome game.
Kevin Biggio double.
Yeah, Kevin Biggio double. Everyone got a hit. Brandon Belt, Vladdy double, Chappie. Everyone was buzzing. That game was awesome.
The Vladdy hit shouldn't have even been a hit. It was
Casey Schmidt was scared to get in front of it because it was like 110 off the bat. But yeah, no, that was. I mean, Trent Thornton, by the way, Butters. This guy's carving, absolutely carving. And these aren't like. Technically, he's pitching in blowouts, but whatever. Let's look at Trent Thornton stats this year. The sample size is probably really small.
It doesn't matter.
4 innings pitched, 0 runs, 3 strikeouts.
He's been perfect.
He's on pace for a perfect game. I hope he goes 9. So we'll call it the Trent Thornton perfect game. I hope he goes 5 more scoreless. No, the Trent Thornton no hitter. Sorry. That's what we'll be doing. But what an addition to this bullpen. And it sucks because Zach Pop's coming back up. So Trent Thornton's gonna get sent back down, right? Or do you think Mitch White maybe?
No, Mitch White doesn't have options.
Oh, he doesn't?
No, that's why he was back up.
So it'd be Trent Thornton. That sucks. I love Butters. Butters forever. So yeah,
him and Bowden Francis being half decent.
Bowden Francis is not half decent. He has a 2.9 ERA.
He's half decent. He's half decent. He's not.
He's doing what he has to do.
100%. He's decent. He's good.
Yeah.
It's actually one of the few signs of the Blue Jays pitching development working out well, even though it seems to have taken them a long time.
Not Mitch White, but
Mitch White hasn't been in the system long enough.
Okay. All right. Yeah. It was awesome. I'll just say this. It was awesome to get a bounce back win, especially when you score 0 runs an entire game, or what is it? Yeah, it was 0 runs. And then the next day you start out the first inning, 5 runs. Like, we're fucking here against Logan Webb. I think we called it too. We said they would beat Logan Webb somehow, then lose, whatever. Yeah. But let's go into today's game. Today's game was another one where no business winning. But when you got pitching as good as you have with the Hound on the mound, I guess you'll take it. 3 hits should not win you a baseball game, obviously. That's not a hot take, but that was tough to watch, that offense tonight. That was unserious at-bats. Another game that was, how long was this game today?
It was 2 hours and 15 minutes.
2 hours, 15 minutes. Back-to-back games like that. This team hates concession stands. They hate the Blue Jays making more money off concession stands because they just make this shit quick. They make the 7th inning get here quick, so there's no more beer purchases. That's what they're doing. But Chris Bassitt's when he's on, Avery, and we saw that stat on the TV, right? He started off with one of the worst starts of his career, and then went 12 straight starts with a 2.73 ERA, photo memory. And then his last 2 starts has an 11.53 ERA. And then today he bounced back. I got to talk about this pitch calling shit, 'cause we talked about this on the stream. If a guy is not calling his own pitches, but he's waving off the catcher 17 times an at-bat, what difference does it make? The mechanics, maybe, Avery? He's not touching something or having to worry about touching the right button? What is it? Why?
That has to be it. Because what else could you possibly say? He's still calling his own game because he's not if the catcher called the game, he wouldn't shake off totally. Yeah. And he would take whatever Kirk said, hear it in the earpiece, go throw. But he's shaking off everything. And when you have to get to 8 pitches with a limited time clock, he was actually pretty good at it today. I think it was only 1 pitch violation. We thought it'd be a lot more.
because Kirk clicked it right when the ball got back to him.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was just weird. Like
it is. I don't
he
know.
shaped off so many pitches.
But at the end of today's performance, you can say it worked for him.
Obviously.
Yeah.
But, I mean, 12, that's his career high. And is Kirk... Could you also value a decent amount of that to Alejandro Kirk? He was stealing a ton of strikes today.
Strike stealing masterclass from Kirk.
What a performance behind the dish from Alejandro Kirk today. Stealing strikes like it was nobody's business. Insane.
Getting his hand wrapped every inning.
Yeah, that's
definitely not 100%.
Yeah, definitely 100%. But he needed to get back for Chris. What a weird duo. You think they've ever talked outside of the baseball setting?
Yeah,
Chris Bassitt and Kirk.
I think everyone loves Kirk, and it's just
you
like
think so?
You want to hang out. I feel like he might be kind of quiet.
Yeah, that's what Luplo said. Remember?
No, I don't remember. He said that.
Yeah, Luplo said he's like quiet. Yeah,
but he seems like he fucking rock. When you get him to talk, you listen to whatever Kirky says. When he says "Let's go Blue Jays," you fucking listen because it rocks.
Yeah, he's the best. Kirk's the best. This catching tandem on the Blue Jays is insane. Yep. Jano, all-time good guy. Kirk, all-time good guy. So it rules. But another thing we got to talk about tonight: Vladdy home runs. Little pull side. Guillermo 3 home runs in a week, or 3 home runs in 6 days for Vladdy, albeit 2 against the worst team I've ever seen in my life. But what a game! I mean, that home run was awesome.
Yeah,
little middle launched into the second deck. The bat drop, kind of like I'm here now.
But that's the damage you need to be doing. Like middle pitches that suck. What was it? A changeup?
Yeah,
he was to Mars.
He was missing a lot of those when he was struggling, though. Like those would be like a ground out 112 off the bat to the shortstop.
Yes,
it's good to see that It's good to see. I mean, we said this. His home runs might be the best on the team, right? Like
they're so cool.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like his home runs might be the best on the team. So,
and when you see him hit a fly ball, your first thought isn't, "Oh, that's gone anymore." It's like, how is that going to stay in?
Yeah,
and he kind of pimped it, and I was like, "Oh, that's not going to stay in, is it?" And then it hits off the facing of the second deck. It's like, fuck, I haven't seen that in so long, man.
Oh man, all time. And then we got, I mean, that throw by Kirk and tag by Espinal tonight saved the game.
100%.
That would have been a runner on second. Espinal, you sometimes forget how much of an athlete this guy is, because he could play anywhere in the infield, obviously, besides first. But that tag, with his momentum taking him the other way, and to like spin back and make sure he got the tag on him, I don't know who you give credit to that to, because that was a bad pitch as well from Romano. That Kirk somehow
bad
got
pitch.
Out there.
Kirk had to like jump to get it, and then spin throw. Great tag. That's just like that's ball. Like that's Major League Baseball being played right there.
It was such a sick play. I mean, that tag was like, I'll tell you what, there's one thing that I love watching in baseball, and it's just the cleanliness of a throw being right on the spot, right when a guy's sliding in. You know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
Like, it's like you don't have to move your glove, just bang. Like that Bo Naylor throw a couple days ago, like the spin throw.
That was so cool.
Right on the glove. No, don't even move it. Espinal didn't even have to move it. Just bang. Yeah. Right there while he's taking his momentum. And what a pick by Espinal there too, right? Like, I know it's on turf, obviously, but like
still.
Romano, I mean, you said this on stream. His appearances don't start till there's a runner on.
Yeah.
That's just where he's at.
You don't get clean innings, and doesn't matter if you end up with a W. Like I won't be mad at him for like being kind of bad today.
Yeah.
Got the job done. He's
and
in there.
He's not going to have his best stuff, but there's days where he has his best stuff and he just blows 98 past a guy like 3 pitches. So
yeah,
it's give and take with it. Just like
his job is to be the reason the Jays win the game at the end, and he did that today. So if he starts losing those, blowing those saves, then you got cause for concern for me, at least.
And then just Swanson again tonight.
And Mesa.
Tim Mesa, 308 ERA plus is ridiculous. I'm not an analytic guy like Blue Jays dad.
No, that's not really analytics.
Weighted runs created plus or ERA plus.
Yeah.
What does it mean for the listeners? I know
it just means what is it? 100 is just average. It's just your good your.
So that'd be like having an OPS plus of 300. Would that be this? That's fucked.
Yeah, it's just you're that much better than the league.
Those bullpen haters are looking awfully fucking dumb now, huh? awfully dumb now when I said this bullpen was going to be good. Awfully stupid. But
Anyone in particular you want to talk
oh,
about?
Blue Jays dad. That tweet from Blue Jays dad, by the way.
Oh my God, what a ridiculous thing to say.
So for those that don't know, I'm assuming you've seen it. But
And
I think
we need to hit Alek Manoah. We need to talk about him after the Blue Jays dad tweet.
Yeah. So he pulls up a tweet that I got to pull this up on my account because this is the most absurd shit I've ever seen in my fucking life. I got to pull this up. So what was it? Weighted runs created plus?
Yeah, it's like weighted runs created plus didn't win that game.
Weighted runs created plus did not predict tonight's offensive outburst. I don't know what to make of it all. Does not compute. Tell my wife bleep bloop. What the like? This is a grown man tweeting this, and I thought it was a burner at one point. Like I thought it was like, oh, this is funny, but it was actually him. Does he know that stats from the past? Like there's nothing that predicts the future. If we had stats that predict the future, there would just be a million GMs out there that are just computers. I'd be like, you need this guy in the lineup today because he's gonna go 2 for 3.
Well, they
right?
kind of do. They tell a more full story, which is how you use them as predictive stats, right? Like if a team has a weighted runs created plus of 90 and one has a weighted runs created plus of 130, you're going to predict that the team of 130 is going to score more runs. And I think that's how you should look at it. I don't know if that's how our good friend Blue Jays dad thinks about it.
He's so fucking dumb. Whatever. Fuck it. We're not going to talk. Whatever. Let's go to Alek Manoah. What a series. By the way, great series win. Another one for the boys. 3 in a row. We'll take it anyhow.
The Mets,
anyway.
You said this to me. Just imagine being like a Mets fan.
Padres
fan right now.
Cardinals.
The Mets didn't win a single series in June.
The Mets had a worse record than the Oakland Athletics in the month of June. So, and the Mariners. Think about a Blue Jays fan. It could be substantially worse right now. Substantially worse. The Jays are 8 games above 500. Like, let's get into a little bit perspective here. The Padres are fucking terrible.
Yeah.
The Mets are terrible. The Cardinals have one of the best lineup, and they are terrible. The Mariners fell off a cliff. Things could be worse, guys. That's all I'm going to say. Positive Johnny's back. Things could be worse. Speaking about worse, Alek Manoah. One of the most breathtaking stat lines I've ever seen in my life at the Florida Complex League. What the fuck? Two innings, 11 runs. What do we do, Avery?
Okay, so let's think of the John Schneider soundbite clips as well, right?
Yeah.
Where he went on to say, obviously he saw the stat line, not good, but he's happy with the work he's putting in. You think about what he should be doing there, tweaking mechanics, maybe think of throwing your fastball more to better spots. But in your life, I can say this personally, you've never tried something and said it's been a successful outing if you give up 11 earned runs in 2 1/3. Like, you're still a competitor out there. You're still a baseball player. You know that's not competitive. You know that it wasn't good.
Well, whatever he was doing in that game, throw that shit out the window and back to the computers, Alek.
Yeah.
Like my buddy was trying to justify it to me. He's like, maybe he's working on something. Maybe he's only throwing fastballs. You're facing 19-year-olds, bro. Like, you think you can't spot up a fastball that they can't hit? Like,
they're still professional baseball players.
I understand that though, but like, I understand 4 or 5 runs, whatever. 11
in 2 1/3. He wasn't out there for the full game.
I don't know how you can justify that. Like, what could you possibly be working on unless maybe he's throwing left-handed that game? That's the only way you could justify that.
Yeah, he's trying to become Pat Venditti.
Like, that's the only way to justify it. There's no other like option. There's no other spin zone like John Schneider's doing. It was embarrassing. It's an embarrassing stat line. It's one of the biggest fall offs I've ever seen.
100%.
Maybe Ricky Romero, but I don't remember that much. But
no,
like Ricky Romero wasn't giving up 11 to 19, the 19-year-old New York Yankees.
Ricky Romero also wasn't like a top 2 Cy Young guy.
Yeah, I hope he gets back. I'm rooting for him, obviously.
So now we can also say the clip from a TSN thing where Manoah came in 320 pounds this year.
That picture was not great.
He's got to be 280 by the time he comes into camp next year.
Yeah, like where he was last year.
Yeah,
but someone did do a side by side. I don't want to butcher it. It's something Bassitt on Twitter. and he did a side by side of Alek throwing with his like what's that shirt called?
The cutoff.
The cutoff shirt, and then him throwing in 2021 or 2022. And it is a massive difference. I mean, there's no beating around the bush there. It's a massive difference, right? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't like to see that. But he also trained with Sandy Alcantara, so it might be, and your brother, so it might be something wrong there. In that
The three worst pitchers in baseball.
You hate to see it. You really hate to see it. But I hope he comes back. I really do. Obviously,
this isn't the end of Alek Manoah.
I hope not.
It's the end of Alek Manoah this year.
Probably. Ross Atkins, by the way, saying that Alek Manoah is going to come back at some point. This just please.
I think that's goodwill to Alek Manoah, though.
Yeah. Might
like,
be
hey,
just for confidence, you think?
It's like, hey, you got to work hard. They expect you back.
Yeah.
But maybe they don't actually expect him back.
Creates urgency also, right? With Alek. Like, I got to work my ass off here to get back and help this team out. So they're not doing bullpen days, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see. It was insane to watch. I kept refreshing the MLB, MILB.com thing, and I was like, it was another home run, double. It's insane. Hope he does well. Hope he figures it out. I really do, but we'll see. Do you have any listener questions this week, or you didn't put it in?
No, I put it in, buddy. Discord's just loading here again. Listener questions. We'll do it every episode. Discord. It's going to be in the description of this or the YouTube video. If you can't get the link, just DM me. I'll get it to you. All right. First question. Any plans for the podcast during the All-Star break? Hoping to get. I don't even know when the All-Star break is. And
me neither. Couldn't tell you. Like I said, maybe get Swanee on. It's gonna be nice to take like a week break of like streaming and just focusing every single ounce of my attention towards Toronto Blue Jays.
It's not even a week, Johnny. It's like 4 days.
Okay, whatever it is. It's gonna be a good break, I guess. I don't know if I'm gonna get Swanee on. Maybe just have him enjoy fucking time with his family. I'm not even gonna bring it up. But yeah, we'll definitely still do the pod. Obviously, I'm gonna get.
I think we should do a big kind of like halfway point pod where we kind of go over
evaluate
a little evaluation and a little second half thoughts.
Yeah, we'll go maybe a little like
because we did our bold takes last year at the
bold takes second half last year. We could do that as well.
Yeah,
we'll definitely get something going there for sure. Maybe we'll do the bar night that day. Oh, that's too close now. It's too close now. Too close.
Yeah, like,
can't do now.
How are we making these plans, man?
Yeah, it's too close. What's the next question?
3 Jays you want to go on vacation with?
3 Jays.
Brandon Belt
locked. I think Swanee would be a great vacation guy. He maybe that because we know him though. It's kind of We'll do from guys we don't know. We'll do guys.
I kind of want to go on vacation with Bo Bichette. I want to peel back the layers.
Yeah, just fucking have some drinks around those plastic tables that we tweeted about a couple weeks ago, where you have the realest conversations near. I guess Brandon Belt, Bo Bichette, that'd be a weird duo to be
Alejandro
together.
Kirk.
I'm gonna go Brandon Belt, Kevin Kiermaier, Brandon Belt, Kevin Kiermaier, Kevin Gausman. That's a trio.
Hell yeah.
That's a fucking trio.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's a great trio.
Where's the other one here? All right. If the opportunity presents itself, do you think the Jays move Manoah at this deadline?
Who's going to take him, though? Like, you're selling really low. Like, Johnny, really low.
That's great. As a businessman you are, it makes no sense for you to deal him right now when he's at his lowest value.
Yeah, exactly. Last year would have been kind of funny. And then this year he had the same numbers as he had obviously right now. That'd be so funny. The Jays deal him and he just turns into the worst pitcher ever. The greatest fleece job ever. That'd be hilarious. But yeah, no, you can't trade him.
I agree. Can't do it. Would you sign Ohtani but have to lose Vladdy and Chapsticks?
Yes.
That's
not even Ohtani is on a run that the game of baseball has never seen. He hit, was it 17 or 14 home runs in the month of June? It's ridiculous. He's minus 1,000 to win the MVP, and we're in June. In June.
He's pretty fucking good, dude. How do you imagine striking out 10 people in a game hitting 2 bombs?
It's just stupid. And that's why it pisses me off when Yankee fans are like, Judge's on the same planet as him. He beat him last year. Shut the fuck up. All right. Once Judge starts pitching 10 Ks and then striking and then hitting 2 nukes, then you could talk.
Yeah. When you combine Garrett Cole and Aaron Judge.
Then you could talk. Yeah, then you could talk. But yeah, I'd do that in a heartbeat. I'd give Ohtani 75% of Rogers media on top of it.
Do you think Vladdy was shown the FanDuel Rogers Center home run prop?
Had to. I mean, FanDuel probably didn't make a lot of money. I mean, they probably lost money because a lot of people were betting it against the A's. So, yeah, that's such a funny and mean prop. That's such a funny and mean prop. It's insane.
If we don't make the playoffs this year, what do you do in the offseason?
I go into a deep depression.
I think like front office wise. Where do you go with this team?
Chapman would have to go.
Yeah,
Oh, he's already leaving. Fuck.
He's probably not re-signed.
I think you just gotta fire a shit ton of people. Like that's unacceptable. Not win a playoff game since 2016. Like that's unacceptable, especially with how big of a market this is. You'd have to fire a shit ton of people. It sucks, but yeah, like obviously Guillermo would be gone. Pete Walker would probably be gone. John Schneider might be safe because it's a year and a half into his fucking tenure. Actually, I don't know if he would be safe. Ross Atkins would probably be gone, you think? I don't know. It'd be a lot of guys gone. There'd be an analytic nerd as the GM, probably.
Don't disagree with you at all. Something would have to change. Now that we got the picture on the field with Kikuchi, who would be the next biggest guy for you to get a picture with?
Realistically, Chris Bassitt would probably be a guy we're probably going to get a picture with at some point if he reads the DM. But my white whale is Brandon Belt. Like, just to talk to that guy, though, because obviously with the Swanee, we had a long conversation in the field. Like, imagine a long conversation with Brandon Belt just talking about, like, the World Series runs. Like, he's played with some crazy players. Like, he played with prime Brandon Crawford, played with prime Madison Bumgarner,
Tim Lincecum,
Buster Posey. Like, the stories that this guy probably has is insane, dude.
Yeah,
I think it'd have to be Brandon Belt. And then maybe Kevin Gausman, probably.
I'd probably... I mean... I don't think we'll ever get one with Bo or Vladdy. I don't think we'll. So it's some of the guys are kind of tapped in a little bit. I think Gausman, like he's very well could win the Cy Young this year if he has a great second half.
Yeah, for sure.
So I think doing that, that would be the next big one.
Yeah.
All right.
Brandon Bell for me.
Will the Johnny versus Avery football 1v1 ever happen?
That would go nuts. That'd go nuts. The thing is, though, it relies on the quarterback.
Exactly. I don't want to put a third party.
Yeah, the third party part. Maybe we'll get a jugs machine. Start just launching. I don't know. It's because then I could just use the spin zones quarterback every single time I miss a ball. Yeah, it relies on a quarterback. If someone's a good quarterback out there, maybe we'll get that.
Yeah,
figure that out.
Professional CFL quarterback.
Yeah.
Some guy wanted to know my pitch arsenal and how fast. You don't want to fucking know that. Someone asked, does Johnny's charisma play a big part in Gate 14's success? And as the neutral party, I think it has to. You don't make waves in a space by just
being like bland,
being normal. You can't do that.
I mean, I'm fucked like that. Let's just call it what it is. I'm not to put my time. I'm just like,
yeah, you're John. Everyone knows.
It's a hard way to describe it. Yeah, I'm just like I do things differently. I have OCD for random shit that I shouldn't have OCD for. Like, for example, tonight, I tweeted the Jays win before Chapman threw the baseball. I clicked send on that tweet because I wanted to be the first one to tweet it. Like, I want to be the first account to do the Jays win on Twitter. So I just have OCD with that shit. So I tweeted it immediately, and I was like, I see the error. I'm like, oh fuck. Like, just the little things like that, like just shit that you can't forecast happening or you can't like expect. That's what makes the difference. That tweet did numbers. People just saying, oh no. And I also did a tweet tonight. I fucked up. I said Jays were 16-10 in June. Could have easily been 18-10. I love June. Didn't make sense. I just added 2 games for no reason.
Yeah, could have been 2 more wins if they played 2 more games. How much of Johnny's reputation was on the line when he almost blew the game tonight?
Yeah, that would have been abysmal. That would have been what Blue Jays bat boy with his fake source in the Twitter space. Bad. That bad.
6 out of 10.
It would have been that bad. Would have been that bad.
Okay, our favorite teams in each of the major 4 sports in North America.
I really don't have any.
You're crazy for that, man. You just love to chirp teams other people like.
Yes, that's where I'm at.
So
I'm thinking about this. So I'm thinking about getting an NFL team.
Okay.
Rooting for an NFL team.
Where would that lead you to?
I got to join a team that isn't popular. that isn't good, but could be good.
I mean, you just got Bills fan smell all over you.
No. I think I'm going to be an Atlanta Falcons fan.
Okay. That's horrible.
Why?
No, that just rocks, man, because they stink. I'm a Leaf fan. I don't really watch too much basketball. Obviously the Jays and then the Chiefs. I'm a Chiefs football fan. So that's where I'm at.
Yeah, I don't have any. I really just root for the Blue Jays.
I wasn't really a big football fan. I loved the NFL, but I never had a team. And then when I went to school, we went to like 4 or 5 Chiefs games. And when you're a neutral party there and you have all the people rooting one way, it's very hard not to like love that and want to be a part of it.
I think I only root for Michigan and Toronto Blue Jays. Like the Blue Jays are my life. That's like,
yeah.
I don't want to have any disappointment in other aspects, other sports. I can't do it.
No, that's probably good of you. All right. Someone DM this to me, but who are some content people that you looked up to or like respected in the game?
I think our style, like the me and you back and forth, is a lot similar to like Big Cat and El Prez. Those are 2 guys that I look up to probably.
That's, yeah, when you started doing the content, that was your thing. There's 2 people for me. Trill Withers, Tyler I Am. He was at Barstool for a bit.
Yeah.
And then Coley. They were the first 2 guys who kind of did a podcast that wasn't like super high energy. I'm not a super high energy person. And it's like, I kind of related to 2 people who were just normal guys hanging out. Like Tyler would bong rips in the middle of 4-hour mixtapes episodes. And I just love that. So it showed that you don't have to be crazy outgoing to do all this stuff. People still listen to that. So
yeah, for sure. Those are good 2 guys. For me, it would be
I used to just listen to 4-hour mixtapes episodes, and it was just like, this is the best. I could listen to these guys all day, and you can do it wherever you want. All right. Another question: do you guys think about censoring what you say sometimes about Jays players because now enough of the team knows you guys, or just let it?
We've been better with that. I think I don't think we even really come at guys anymore, to be honest.
Well, we never did it in like a mullet. Like I don't think we came at people for who they are.
Yeah, just like they're playing and stuff like that. And they'd probably, a lot of those guys, you got to understand, like the listeners got to understand, like a lot of those guys would say the exact same thing about themselves if they suck, like if they've been shit. Like they'd say, I've never attacked a guy's character, maybe Anthony Bass probably, but I've never personally attacked someone.
No.
Maybe I don't know, but I definitely.
I don't think we're in the business of doing that. It doesn't really get us many places.
Exactly. And that's why these players.
But we kind of have to be real fans too and be critical when the times aren't good. Like it's not always sunshine and rainbows. The players on the team know that. And I think if, say, like Swanee was pitching like shit and we said he was pitching like shit, I
would never say that about Swanee. Yeah.
But if he was pitching poorly and the numbers would reflect that, we wouldn't say Swanee's a bad guy. We just like,
we just say he's not pitching well. I think we've been better with that. The only guy that we've kind of stuck true with, we just say Calvin. We just will never like Calvin Biggio. But we've been pumping his tires lately because he's been pitching well. But I don't think we attack guys when they're playing bad as we used to. We attack full-blown departments.
I don't even think we attack people.
Well, I know what I'm saying is like the offense. Like we always say the offense fucking sucks, right?
Yeah.
Like that we attack full-blown departments. Like we like or the bullpen suck, or the starting pitchers suck, or someone's struggling. I think we've been better with that this year because last year we're not getting like, I think, is it crazy to say we have 10 times the amount of the followers that we got by this time last year? Probably. Like I think, easily. So I think we've been better with that.
All right, and one more question for the love doctor. What should I do for my girlfriend for our 1-year anniversary later this fall?
Don't take her to a Jays game. Don't be that guy, dude. I think a go-to spot for the year anniversary has to be Niagara Falls, right?
Okay.
Like I feel like that's a nice spot to go. It's romantic. There's a nice Brazilian steakhouse there you could take her to. And you can do activities as well, like walk around, especially in the summer. It's beautiful. There's vineyards there. There's everything to do. I think that's the best place to take someone for a year anniversary, or like a spot. I'm going to be biased here, Little Italy in Toronto. That's a beautiful fucking spot. I'm actually going there next week. I think I'm going there. So
okay.
It's
date Johnny on his bullshit again.
Date Johnny's back. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, I think Niagara is the best spot because there's so much shit to do. There's endless amounts of shit to do in Niagara.
Hell yeah. All right, that's all listener
that's
questions.
All right, let's go on a series preview and send them out here. All right, Blue Jays, Red Sox. James Paxton versus Jose Barrios tomorrow. A little bit of a mismatch. James Paxton's been really good this year, huh?
Yeah.
Wow. 3.19 ERA. Cutter Crawford against Yusei Kikuchi Saturday. Garrett Whitlock against Gausman on Sunday. Again, two pitching mismatches. Cutter Crawford against Kikuchi is a massive one, in my opinion. And Gausman against Whitlock couldn't be a bigger one. The Boston Red Sox coming in here, 5-game losing streak. So the do method would say they win Friday.
Yes.
Right? That's what the do method would say. I'm going to say Jays lose Friday, win Saturday, Sunday. I'm going to say they take 2-3.
Yeah, that's kind of how this goes. Don't think they've been great against left-handers as of late. Could be wrong. I mean,
well, Alex Wood chopped their ass
we saw it with Alex Wood as well. So the numbers can't be really good. So I'll go. I think the lock of my life would be Kikuchi to win on Canada Day.
Yeah, he's going to be fired the fuck up. He's never pitched in front of an atmosphere like that, I don't think, man.
Well,
in the MLB.
Didn't he pitch in the I guess it's different. All-Star game doesn't count.
Like I'm talking like All-Star game's not full of your fans. Like 55,000 or 50,000 Blue Jays fans there. That shit's going to be a movie.
Thank God Alek Manoah is not pitching because he would have pissed down his leg.
That would have been catastrophic. I'm going to say 2 or 3, and I'm going to say Vladdy continues to fire, man. He's hitting the ball hard, pulling the ball again. I'm excited to see what he does this weekend against the Red Sox. I love Jays Red Sox, man. I don't know what it is. It's not really a rivalry because the Red Sox are terrible, but I do like watching Jays Red Sox. Just nostalgic.
Yeah. I hate when the Jays play the Yankees because they feel like they suck against them.
Yeah.
Even though they're pretty close to even for the last couple of years. I hate the fucking Yankees so much. I'm kind of indifferent to the Red Sox.
Yeah, I don't really hate the Red Sox that much. James Paxton tomorrow, I think he's been really good. I mean, he's averaging his strikeout total has usually been like 6.5. He's averaging way over that. So I
think he was like 7.5 last game too.
Yeah, they're starting to adjust. The book's starting to adjust to it, but he's going to carve this team up. Probably 6 scoreless. Jays are going to lose 2-0. Jose Barrios masterclass. So we'll see. Next time we'll talk to you guys Sunday night. This is one of the best This is one of the best weekends of the year.
If you're at Canada Day, man, take the pictures. We'll repost them on Insta. You're at Gate 14.
Yeah. Get those going because I know a lot of you guys are going to be there and stuff like that. Wish we could be there, but I got other things to do. But
make sure you wear your sunscreen.
It's going to be a hot one. This is one of the best weekends of the year. We're going to be looking back in November and December saying, I wish I took more advantage of that weekend. So that's why I'm getting after it all weekend. Yep. Enjoy it. Happy Canada Day, everyone. Love you guys.
We might be Canada Day Saturday.
Yeah. Canada Day Saturday.
Yep.
Enjoy it and be responsible. Don't drink and drive. Don't be a fucking idiot. Uber home. And love you guys. Gate 14 forever.